Canelo Alvarez, according to David Benavidez, promoter, has informed the PBC that he will not be fighting David Benavidez in 2024. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I ask that you join the channel as a member, drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams, the videos that we do, and hit me up if you want to debate. Emails knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com, or you can just come by the channel when I'm live and you can get this work. You can just hit the link and we can get it cracking right then and there. Look, bro. David Benavidez being blatantly ducked by Canelo is horrible, bro. It's horrible. This man has turned down multiple offers to fight David Benavidez. And there's so much to cook on this topic. So I'm going to start with Canelo. Then I'm going to start talking about boxing as a whole with these damn belts. Then I'm going to talk about what's next for David Benavidez, right? So for Canelo Alvarez, bro, as a fight fan, this ain't got shit to do with hating Canelo, not liking him, whatever the case may be. As a fight fan, bro, what's the point of you being undisputed champion at 168 pounds if you ain't fighting the guy at 168 pounds that people begging you to fight? You get $30 to $40 million guaranteed. And you get back end money with revenue and marketing deals and shit like that. And we supposed to just watch you choose opponents that we ain't asked for. This solidifies that he fighting Charlo, who he asked you to fight 4-5 years ago. Nobody's asking for it now because Charlo fell off like a bad sack of dope, dog. And that's what get me with a lot of Canelo fans. Well, y'all were asking him to fight Charlo, yeah, at 160. When Charlo was active. But Charlo made the mistake of allowing Canelo to dictate his career. He didn't fight no fucking body while Canelo was ducking him. He didn't stay active. He didn't fight top level competition. And now as a result, he right where Canelo wanted. Coming off of injuries, inactive, pulling his ass up to a weight class he ain't never fought at before, and having fought bums and not the level of experience and competition he need to fight to get himself prepared for Canelo. Now Canelo will pick his ass. Jamal only has himself to blame for that. But Canelo is a coward if he don't fight David Benavidez in 2024, bro. That's some coward ass shit. And I keep telling y'all, you have to understand where this shit stems from and where the business stems from. Man to man, he ain't afraid of David Benavidez. He's afraid of losing his fans to David Benavidez. Because see, if you go and you get upset by Charlo, if you go and you get upset by Terrence Bud Crawford, or any fighter that's not of Mexican descent, that don't have Mexican running through their blood, that don't have Benavidez or Lopez or Garcia or Ramirez or whatever last name, Mexican name you want to choose, as long as you don't lose to one of them, your Mexican fan base is not going anywhere if you Canelo Alvarez. He's not picking David Benavidez, y'all, because David Benavidez beating Canelo Alvarez is bad for the brand. Now, all them Mexican boxing fans gonna be like, well, shit, we supported Canelo, but now we got David Benavidez. He's our Mexican monster. And now you lose fans. Now, all them pay-per-view buys you was doing, all them live gates you were doing, now they going to Benavidez fights. Yeah, now they going to Benavidez fights. That's why he not choosing David Benavidez in 2024. Because that's the highest risk possible for him, both in the ring and out the ring. It's highest risk in the ring because he's actually big and fast. And where Canelo is weak at, gassing in the back half of fights, sometimes not having a great work rate, that's what David Benavidez is great at. Getting stronger as the fight goes on, non-stop punches coming at your ass. Yeah, he's dangerous in the ring, but he's also very dangerous outside the ring. So, as a fight fan, this ain't no, hey, bro, I'm tired of watching Canelo Alvarez move like a sucker, bro. Oh, Dimitri Bivol, you look like shit against Craig Richards. I'm going to come up to 175 and fight you, claiming that I want undisputed. I ain't trying to get no Artur Beterbiev, though, and he got 2 belts. Last I checked, you need 4 belts to be undisputed. So wouldn't it make sense and give you more leverage to get 2 of them first? If Beterbiev got 2 and Bivol got 1, why would you pick Bivol first? Why not go after the guy with 2 belts and you already halfway to undisputed if that's what really your goal was? No, he's a goddamn liar. He's an opportunist. Bivol fought Salamov, look bad, look subpar. Then Bivol fought Craig Richards, look bad, look subpar. That's why Canelo picked him. Sour cherry, Bivol whooped that ass. But he did that while he was the undisputed champion at 168. Let's run through. So that's fighting out your weight class. You get to keep your belts. Then he comes back down to 168. Pulls up Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, for their trilogy. Gennady Golovkin is a career middleweight. He's a career middleweight. Canelo pulls him up at 40 years old almost. Makes him fight in the weight class for his first time ever at 168. Didn't fight a mandatory at all. So you did, again, defended your belts against somebody that don't even fight in your weight class. Then, after that, you fight John Ryder, who already got beat by somebody that you beat up. You know, Callum Smith. John Ryder lost a decision to him and lost to 5 other people before fighting you. But he beat Zach Parker because Zach Parker was a hoe. and his hand got broke. And so he decided to quit. So John Ryder was a mandatory. I ain't gonna kill you all the way for that, Canelo. He was your mandatory. He's 168 pounds. Okay, you get him out the way. For sure, you about to fight David Benavidez now, right? Nope. What he do? Pulls up Jermell Charlo. Again, somebody that never fought at 168 pounds, that you pulled up 2 weight classes to fight. So Jermell Charlo, 154 pounder, Triple G, 160 pounder, Dimitri Bivol, 175 pounder, and John Ryder. And now you're telling us through David Benavidez's promoter, who ain't got no reason to lie, that Canelo informed us that he ain't fighting David Benavidez at all in 2024. And some of y'all are gonna be okay with that. This man about to fight Jamal Charlo and then maybe a Terrence Crawford. He gonna pull up a middleweight that's inactive, this mind is gone, that's coming off of injuries, and pull his ass up, and he got 1 fight in 3 years. And then after that, potentially fight Terrence Bud Crawford, who's a great fighter, but he gonna be 37 years old, and he's a welterweight who started his career at 135 pounds. You pull him up 3 weight classes. And some of y'all will be okay with this. So that's the Canelo side of it, bro. Like, it's just a bad move. It's a coward move. And they should strip his ass, bro. WBC should do their goddamn job. What does David Benavidez need to do to earn his shot to be champion at 168 pounds again? Why does Canelo get to dictate his career? This man beat Caleb Plant. He beat motherfucking Demetrius Andrade. And he's the WBC mandatory. And he gotta wait and hope that Canelo choose to give him an opportunity to fight him. So he'd have to wait another year before he can try to become champion at 168 pounds again. Which brings me to my next point. Just overall in boxing, what's the point of these belts if champions don't have to behave like champions? If you ain't got to fight your mandatories, if you ain't got to unify and fight other champions, then what's the point of a belt? What's the point of the WBC ranking systems if they don't mean shit for somebody like Canelo? Explain that shit to me, bro. Really get to typing in some comments and try to explain that shit to me. And make that shit make sense, please. And so when I say things like, bro, these belts don't fucking matter, I just want to see the great fights that I want, and I don't give a fuck if they got a belt involved or at all. This is the reason why. Because Canelo Alvarez versus Charlo can be for 100 belts. I'd rather see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez for no belts. Yeah. Gervonta Tank Davis can defend his belt against Isak Pitbull Cruz. He can defend his WBA belt against Isak Pitbull Cruz. Or he could fight Shakur Stevenson with no belt on the line. I'd rather see him fight Shakur Stevenson 100 times out of 100. That's when I say the belts don't matter, bro. This is the type of shit I'm talking about, bro. The fights matter. The belts only matter when champions behave like champions, in my opinion, bro. And if they don't matter some of the time, I mean they don't matter at all. And Canelo is not being forced by his fans. He's not being forced by the sanctioning bodies in boxing. He's not being forced by the promoters to behave like a damn champion, bro. Boxing keeps proving me right, and y'all keep trying to ignore it. That's okay. That's fine. Do you? I understand. Totally understand why some of you act the way you act, bro. Because you fanboys and shit. But now to David Benavidez, we done got that shit out the way. Now to you, David. Tell you same thing I told Charlo. Same thing I told motherfucking Demetrius Andrade, Caleb Plant, all these dudes that sat around, waited on their career, and let Canelo dictate their career to them. It's time for you to just make other moves, bro. Just because Canelo ducking you don't give you the right to fight trash-ass fighters, bro. That's it. That's all. Like, so if you going to stay at 168, if Canelo not fighting you in 2024, and you going to stay at 168, we need you in there with David Morrell. It's that simple, bro. We need you in there with David Morrell. David Morrell, if you ain't going to get in there with David Benavidez, if David don't want to fight you, I want to see you with Caleb Plant. Sorry, bro. Like, the boxing don't stop with Canelo Alvarez, dog. It don't. If you tired of waiting, David, and you don't want to fight Morrell, okay, 175, what's up with Bivol? What's up with Beterbiev? What's up with moving to 175, starting your campaign there, becoming a champion there, trying to become a 2-division champion, trying to fight the best that division has to offer? You can't just sit around at 168, not taking no risk. I don't want to fight Dave Morrell because hopefully Canelo will spin the block in 2025. So I fight 2 subpar opponents in 2024, hoping that Canelo Alvarez picks me in 2025. We don't want to see that as boxing fans, bro. We don't. So I understand that David Benavidez, his father, his manager, his promoter, Samson, I understand they all upset that Canelo is moving the way that he moving. But one man's wrong, or one man moving a certain way don't give you the opportunity to move the same way. Or give you the excuse to move the same way. You can't move how he move because you hate when he doing it to you, so you shouldn't do it to other fighters. So the expectation is to still fight the best, bro. It's to still fight the best. David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Best fight at 168 if Canelo ain't fighting neither one of them. David Morrell, Christian Mbile, sign me up. Christian Mbile, Jaime Munguia, sign me up. But David Benavidez has reached a plateau where the only one that's okay for him, in my opinion, is David Morrell. If David Benavidez fight Jaime Munguia, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. David Benavidez fight Christian Mbile, I got a problem with that. Because, see, he done already had a Caleb Plant or Demetrius Andrade. So the only one left for you at 168 if Canelo ain't fighting you is the guy that look like he the most gifted, most talented fighter. And that's David Morrell Jr. For David Morrell, if you can't get David Benavidez, okay, cool. Get you a Christian Mbile. Get you a Jaime Munguia if you can. It's time for these dudes to think about life after Canelo. Because he moving how he moving. He doing what he doing. And this bullshit, we talked about it earlier in this video, but David Benavidez's career is David Benavidez's career. And you don't want to make that Jamal Charlo mistake, that Demetrius Andrade mistake. You was able to step up. Maybe you beat Demetrius Andrade at his best anyway, but you stepped on Demetrius Andrade like you did because he spent his whole career waiting on Canelo to finally fight him. And he didn't want to fuck up the bag, so he kept fighting Quigley's and Luke Skywalker, Keeblers, and Liams, and Liams, Williams, and shit. And as a result, by the time he got to a real one like you, he wasn't fucking ready, and you pummeled his ass. You 25, 26 years old if you David Benavidez. Stay on the track that you on. He don't want to fight you? No problem. Step on David Morrell if you can. 168, you only want to make that shit for Canelo because you're getting too big? Go up to 175 and see what's up with the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. Put yourself in position to be one of their mandatories in the WBC. That's it. That's all, bro. That's what I'm calling for. If you calling for anything different, I question your fandom. I question whether or not you're a boxing fan. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. We out of here. Peace out.